this is Kirk O'Connor from Spanky Media, and today we're going to talk to you a little bit about mobile websites. If you're running a standard website, chances are it looks okay on a desktop browser, and people that come to that browser can very clearly see your call to action. Maybe it's a call, maybe it's to fill out a form, maybe it's to purchase a product. Have you tried looking at your website on a mobile device such as a tablet or a smartphone though? If a site visitor comes to your site and it doesn't look great or isn't easy to use on a mobile device, the chances are they'll click off and go somewhere else. Now, figures have shown that within the years 2011 and 2012, over this period, there has been 100% growth on average on the number of people searching websites on smartphones and tablet devices. This trend is set to continue, with some sources suggesting that by 2014 there will actually be more searches done on smartphones and tablets rather than on desktop devices. So now is a time to make sure that your website looks great on a smartphone and a tablet device. There are two ways you can do this. Either you can set up a separate site that is optimized for mobile and looks great when people come to it. This is sort of a halfway house solution. It's easier to do, it's less expensive. However, it does leave you with one big disadvantage, and that disadvantage is that you're not only paying for two sites, you're maintaining two sites, you're adding content to two sites. It's a good solution, but perhaps not always the best solution. The other solution is something called responsive design. What responsive design does, it allows you to build a single website. The code for this website will allow the content on your website to rearrange itself such that certain content gets shown much better on a smartphone or a tablet device, and other content will be shown to the desktop device. This can also quicken the speed that the mobile site downloads when people access it. And on a mobile site, this is very, very important, as people will not wait 10 seconds for a site to download, and mobile download speeds on average are far slower than you will get on a cable or an ADSL service in your home. So what happens if someone comes to your site and they see your standard website which hasn't been optimized for mobile? Well, usually your standard site will appear very small on the mobile device. They will have to pinch the site and scroll both horizontally and vertically to see your content. Your buttons will be very small, your text will be too small to read. On a responsive site or a mobile specific site, the buttons will be large enough, the content will be such that the person can read, and most commonly they will only have to scroll vertically to be able to access your content. People accept that they can scroll vertically, however they are not very happy if they have to scroll both vertically and horizontally to view your content. And that is the most important thing to consider. The site visitor is the most important person. They are the person that will take the action that will create a lead for you or a sale for you. So mobile is all about making sure that when your site visitor searches the internet for a product or a service such as yours, and if they find your site and click on that site, it will load quick and it will present them with information in a manner that they can take an action. It will include things like tap to call, which means all they have to do is touch the phone number, and it will offer to initiate a phone call for them. This is very important and should be placed at the top of at least the home page of your mobile site or on every page. Also, items such as forms should be made as simple as possible for people to complete. The content that you serve to a mobile site visitor should contract such that an image doesn't flow off the side of the page. It contracts to fit on the page. Videos fit on the page. And also the mobile site should look great both in portrait mode as your phone is placed long ways and in landscape mode as the phone is placed sideways. So there are a lot of things that go into a great mobile design, and more designers are having to change from their days as print designers, because items that may have looked good in a printed document and may have made it to the web in a desktop site, they will add overhead that will make a mobile site load slower. So designers are having to look to a more minimalistic type design to make sure that mobile sites load quickly. Also, developers have to develop new skills. They have to be able to use the tools that are available, Cascading Style Sheets 3 or CSS3 and HTML5. They have to drop using older technologies such as Flash, as these won't display on iPhones or iPads. So to have a great mobile site, you need a good designer that is aware of the issues, and you need a developer that is able to work in new technologies. Putting all these things together though, you have the opportunity now to build a site that will be ahead of your competition. So when a site visitor comes to your site and looks to purchase something or to call you or whatever, that information is provided to them as simply as possible. This is the key with mobile design. Commonly, we say now in the business, put the mobile site first. This is really important. As we said, by 2014, figures suggest that more people will be searching via mobile devices. Now, the other important thing to bear in mind is that the people who search on mobile devices, and there are figures that will show this to be true, are far more likely to take an action. These are people that are not searching in their spare time. They are people that have a task to fulfill. They're searching perhaps for a restaurant or for a device. Many of them searching whilst they're watching the TV at home, but they're not typing into the browser on their smartphone, because this is not the easiest thing in the world to do. They're not doing it for fun. They are doing it because they have a reason. They are searching for a specific product or service. And if that product or service is your product or service, you certainly want to make sure that they're going to press the click to call, or they're going to fill out a form, or they're going to make the purchase then and there. So don't leave money on the table. Make sure your mobile strategy is a good one. Thanks. This has been Kirk O'Connor from Spanky Media. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.